Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Riding on the Strom. Where are we? We are at Lakewood Valley Road, out in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of bugs attacking me. And just the worst thing that could ever happen to a motorcyclist happened to me. I actually spilled some wine and vinegar sauce from my Jersey Mike sandwich on my new seat. The travesty. Let's get going. Oh. Now, if you are familiar with my wet boots video, we were on Lakewood Valley Road coming in the opposite direction, and now we're going east. Fun little ride, not much to talk about, and I'm going to be very interested to see if there's some water up here in the river. Today I ordered a large Jersey Mike sandwich, and it doesn't fit in my tail bag. I had to actually bend it in. Just a little tip that I thought I'd give you. But I think it works out better because, you know, I can eat half the sandwich here, half the sandwich later. Now this road I don't know like the back of my hand. Quite a ways to the old river crossing. I doubt there's going to be any water there, but we will soon find out. It is October, middle of October, end of October. And it's kind of hot back here, 89 degrees. It's usually pretty cool back here, but it can get hot, so let's go and see if the water flooded. Oh gosh, I gotta stand up for this. This is just totally flooded. Wow, my boots are all wet, jeez. Well, I am in very high spirits, and I'll tell you why. Because I think this is the first ride where I've actually gelled with this bike. And I do feel kind of bad I didn't record what I was recording, but I just rode. But that's how it is, for me at least, these YouTube videos, you know. The greatest stuff happens when I'm not taping it. And I thought today, being a Saturday, it was going to be really crowded, and there was no reason to tape 150 and 33, which is my go-to roads on the weekend. But it turned out to be very light traffic, and I just started booking it, going super fast on my V-Strom 650. Now last weekend, I think, I went up to the beach and I literally, you know, rode right out of the shop with my new lowering peg brackets on and just went to the beach. And it went down a road that I hardly ever go on. And talked about the lowering pegs and things and stuff. But I think now, obviously, got the handlebars the way I want them, got the pegs where I want them, got the seat. And going on 150 and 33, which are roads that I know very well, I can go very fast on. I just had the greatest ride and just gelled with this bike. And what some people don't know is adventure bikes are great for canyon carving. You know, you can lean them over, they got wide bars. They're fun as hell for canyon carving. Certainly a lot more fun than a sport bike to me. Sport bikes are great for big winding, sweeping turns and stuff, but a lot of people take sport bikes on canyons, and they're fun, you know, if you're 30. But if you're 30 plus 30, it's not that great. But yeah, when I first got my first adventure bike, which is the V-Strom 1000, I was having so much fun in the canyons. I had no idea. And the thing is, though, as I explained in some of those videos, was I was pushing it to the limits. I was going too fast for a 19-inch front wheel in the turns, and it was getting to the point of being dangerous. And that's where an engine kind of outdid the suspension and the geometry of the bike, and I include the size of the wheel in that geometry. If you took that engine and put it into a standard or naked bike, which I actually made a video about too, Suzuki, where's my SB1000? It would be a really cool bike, and I could go really fast on it. Now, back to the V-Strom 650. I just had the most fun. I ripped up 150, went through Ojai, picked up a sandwich. 33, I just ripped over 2 mountains, and I was flying on this. And I just feel a lot more confident now in my riding because it's set up for my size, and the worry about the pegs being lowered and dragging them, that's, as I said in my last video, don't worry about that. Those lowering brackets are great, easy to put on, and I highly recommend them even if you're short. But I was really having a lot of fun, and I think my main point was that this was giving me the adrenaline fix that I so crave and have an addiction to. And not in a million years did I think this bike was going to do that for me. I just assumed it was going to be this kind of really old man's bike, and I was just going to lope along really slowly and put a bunch of luggage on it, you know, and kiss my youth goodbye. And but I really had a lot of fun on the canyons just a minute ago. And I wish I could have videotaped it. I was flying. And that speaks a lot to the bike. Now, it's not exactly the same engine as the SB650, but there is a lot of torque, and you can really have a lot of fun on this bike. Now, granted, I do not make this bike heavy. I don't put a lot of stuff on it. And let's say if I get to the point where I put a top case and maybe even saddlebags, it's going to be a thing where I can remove them. And if I want to go fast on a fast ride, that I can. But I don't put a lot of stuff on this bike. I don't weight this bike down. And, Ferrari. I don't see, yeah. I always get distracted by people and forget what I'm talking about. But I don't weight this bike down because I wanted to see if I could kind of emulate the speeds and the speed and the fun that I had on an SB650. And I have accomplished that today. I am very happy that this bike fulfills that adrenaline thing that I want. You know, the adrenaline buzz, the adrenaline fix that I so crave, and I'm in the wrong gear. And, I mean, yes, it's going to run differently than a 1000. It's not going to blow your socks off because of the enormous power and speed and everything. But if you like canyon carving like I do, I mean, the whole thing about motorcycle riding is being in the turns. I don't like straightaways. I don't like drag races. I just like this. See, look at that. And it's interesting that because of the geometry of the bike, I don't feel the limitations of the 19-inch front wheel as much as I did on the 1000, because it's not as heavy. And maybe there was actually maybe too much power for that front wheel to be so small. And you have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm coming from sport bikes and naked bikes where we got 17-inch front wheels. So going to a 17-inch to a 19-inch is pretty dramatic. And then sitting up this high, so it's a big difference. So yeah, I wish I could rip through here for you guys, but I don't know this road very well. But I was really skeptical about this bike, especially this first 2,000 miles. I couldn't get the windshield to work, the handlebars are the pegs are the seat was killing me. I was really thinking about selling it and getting rid of it. I was just like, wow, this is a huge mistake. And it's not doing what I wanted it to do. But I decided to give it the benefit of the doubt, and, you know, stick with it. And I think that, you know, if it wasn't for COVID, I think I would have gotten my parts a lot sooner. I mean, I waited for that seat forever. But wow, the seat makes such a big difference. And it being flatter, I can get, I can scooch up to the tank more if I want to. If I really want to go super fast in the canyons, it gives me the option to do that. I'm not saying that you have to do that, but you are putting more weight on the front end. So yeah, having a lot of fun on this bike. So I'd have to say something, and I know people are going to be shocked by this, but since I'm having so much fun on this bike and am going fast on this bike, which I didn't think I would be doing, is there really a need for the MT10? Dun 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 dun! I gotta edit some dramatic music in there. Let's do that again with music. Do I really need the MT10? They repaved all these areas, so it's really cool when in the winter, I think around, well, I don't know, it's getting to a point where we're not seeing a lot of water. But these roads that I'm going, these river crossings that I'm going over, water will be on them. It's fun when there's water. And they have repaved them for some reason, I don't know. I really just don't think this gets a lot of traffic. But it's good that they keep track of the road and stuff, you know. Especially for potholes and things, because this is subject to ice and water, and ice and pavement don't always mix well. So let's see, the only other thing that I'd probably do to this bike, and it's just a pet peeve of mine, I'm not saying that it necessarily needs it or there's some big dramatic thing lacking with it, but I would definitely get a steering damper. You know, that would be something that I would do. I just like having them on my bikes for some reason. It's just, I don't think I'm going to be going as fast as I think I'm going to be going as fast on this bike, where I would need a steering damper, but still, you know, Venture Tech, who I got the lowering brackets from, do sell a steering brace, and that might be something good to get. So, but I don't know if the forks have changed between the models, because that fork brace looks like something that's been around for quite a while for the older, I mean, it was meant for the older gen, and I don't know if it'll fit on the new gen. And if you do know that, flooded, oh my God, look at this, it's just awesome. Wow. That is, oh, not looking where I'm going. But that, well, I love it. I'd rather see water going down a river, but still cool, man. Let's check the video here. Are we still recording? Yep. So what was I saying? But yeah, so if you know if that Adventure Tech fork brakes works on the, what is it, 16 to 20 V-Strom, let me know, because I'm going to put that on here. But yeah, continuing to do what I was talking about, really happy with how fast I've been able to take this bike. And I really thought I'd, you know, kind of be let down by the regular, I'd be let down by not having upside down forks, but wow, it's okay. I just think this bike is so balanced as far as the weight and the geometry and everything. So, I mean, you're not going crazy fast, admittedly. I'm not saying that I'm going to be taking on some Ducati Street Fighter or anything like that. No. But what I thought was going to happen, you know, I had no idea I was going to be able to swing this around like I used to swing my 1000 around, you know. So very happy. Let's see if I can get past this guy. So the other thing, yeah, let's discuss the weight stuff. You know, if you're going around the world and you're touring and doing a lot of stuff, and you want to put those engine guards on, more power to you. But I feel that a lot of people put those engine guards on, you know, and they also put a skid plate on because they think they're going to be doing a lot of off-road stuff, and they, you know, I don't know what they're thinking they're going to be doing, or they think the bike's going to fall over all the time. I mean, that stuff's nice, but if you're interested in riding the bike, this bike the way I've been riding it, that stuff's all unnecessary. This is not a serious off-road bike. I will not be putting a skid plate on it. I actually like the plastic cowl that's down there. That's perfect for it. People laugh at the, oh, that's no protection at all. It is. Actually, it is. For little rocks and things this big, look, all you have to do is have something in between the rock and the top of that oil filter, just to deflect stuff. A piece of plastic is fine for that crap. But this has no ground clearance. It is not going to work off-road. Fire roads, fine. Flat fire roads, fine. But one of my videos, I got up in the mountain areas and was looking at this dirt road, and these guys are just finishing putting their dirt bikes in the back of their truck, and I was really tempted to go down that road, but it's just like, it's one of those things, unless you know the road is a certain way, you're going to bottom out on this thing, and you're going to hit the bottom of this. And yeah, having a skid plate is going to protect against that, but my question is, should you even really be doing that in the first place? I mean, so that's my little piece of information, or my opinion about adding weight to a bike that's actually, you know, if you want to ride it fast and have a good time, it's unnecessary. A lot of people load these bikes up for touring, and that's okay. You want to put a bunch of stuff on this bike, it is meant for touring. This is a great touring bike. You can ride two up. Yeah. But if you want to be a knucklehead and be a crazy old man and have an adrenaline fix, which interestingly enough doesn't last very long. You know, right where I stopped, where I started the video, I pretty much ran out of energy. was like, I was feeling great for, you know, I was on top of the world for an hour. I was feeling like a 20-year-old for an hour. And then, but then you have the, what do you call it? When you come down from it, the crash. I crashed. And that's when you drink a Red Bull. All right, so what else am I going to talk about today? I didn't plan to speak the whole time. I was going, oh, this is just going to be me. But I got so excited. So the lowering pegs have worked. That's something new for me. And I'm very happy with them. I'm not scraping or anything, and I recommend them. Now, think about the screens, which I'm new to as well. And on my V-Strom 1000, I put a big windshield on them. And I do like National V-Strom, National Cycle windshields. You know, it may have seemed like I was shitting on them, but it was just the angle of the windshield that kind of got wrong for this bike. But it's going to be windy out here. You know, and I still like National Cycle. I have one on the MT10. I like it. But one of the things that I have learned on this bike, which I've never done before, is have one of these, I don't know what you would call this thing, a winglet. And wow! I mean, I've seen them on bikes and I've gone, oh, that's dumb. That's dumb. Who wants to have that in your line of sight? Ugh. It works great. And what's so nice about it is that it's removable and you can just put it on another bike. And I don't have to have this huge windshield in front of me. A lot of people complained, and granted, it was a valid complaint. If you watch my V-Strom 1000 videos, the tank would reflect into the windshield. So not only did you have to look through this big windshield during the video, you'd have this big reflection in it. And I even tried to use one of those filters, I forget what they're called, to kill the reflection, but it just made things way too complicated. God. Well, knock on wood, but it's not as windy as I thought it was going to be. This is one of those valleys where you start, you know, fighting against the wind, and hopefully I can sneak through here without any of that. The only thing that's bothering me now that I gotta fix is this throttle lock. Man, let's try it for a minute. Might as well put the throttle lock on while I got. There it is. Huh. That's where I started the wet boots video. Now I'm going to do this unedited. This is going to be a long video, guys. But we are on Lakewood Valley Road to Fraser Park, if you're interested. And you end up on Highway 5. So if you're ever on Highway 5 going north, you can get off at Fraser Park and you can get on this road. I mean, check the map. I'm not giving the best of directions, but this is a great road going back. And you can take it to 166 and then take 166 to 101, which will put you more north. Or you could go all the way to Santa Barbara on 33 and 150 and hit 101 and, you know, be a little bit south. Well, about an hour south, actually. So that's considerable of an hour. So, yeah, if you take 166, you'll end up in Santa Maria. If you go on 33 and then 150, you'll end up, well, you'll end up in Carpinteria, but that's Santa Barbara. Nobody knows what Carpinteria is. I love this turn. When I first rode this road, I don't know, maybe it was on the MT10. I came flying up here, but this thing will bite you in the ass if you're not careful. It's a sharp turn, as I remember. Off camber, it's nice. I mean, if I go over it about 100 times, I'll be really good at it, but it's a fun turn. I mean, but I came flying over that. I almost ate it. Because, you know, off camber, you gotta be careful. So, now, I will have to say that there was a sign that said 25, so it wasn't like I wasn't warned. Icy? Icy, really? I don't think this road's been icy in 20 years now. No, I can't get icy back here. Actually, Fraser Park's kind of snow country. I mean, it's supposed to snow in Fraser Park, but I doubt that's happening anymore. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One of these blind turns again. It's nice country out here. Did I catch up to those Ducatis? Are they going that slow? Come on, really? A little V-Strom 650? Catching up to big 1200 monsters? They passed me when I was eating my lunch. Now, with everything that I said, I'm not going to use this bike to rip, you know. It is really my touring bike. It is my relaxed kickback bike. But the knowledge that I can go fast and have fun on it is very satisfying as far as a purchase. And being happy with my purchase. And knowing that it is very balanced for what it is. You know, I don't feel like something is out of whack. One piece of the bike is out of whack where I couldn't maintain a steady pace. Oh, that's somebody else. That's not a Ducati. But yeah, I'm really surprised. What is that? Let's guess what that is. 350? KLR 600? Leave your let's see what that is. GS 750? V-Strom 650? It's me in a mirror image? I think I'll just go right into Fraser Park, actually. I don't know how long this video is. Let's see. But, yeah, see, he's kicking back. What else do I have to say about the bike? So, not much more that I want to do to it. I'm going to put some, I think, some tank protector pads on here, even though it will, excuse me, effing ruin the look of this bike. I mean, I'm debating it, but I did buy some pads for the side of the tank. What else am I getting? Oh, a top box. I'm going to get a top box. So even though I like Jivy, and Jivy is great and everything, and now I'm going to be sued by Jivy, just all that mono key plate and all that crap is so confusing. So confusing. So I'm probably going to go with shaft. You know, you just pick your bike and it gives you the rack mount that's for your bike, and boom, you're done. But trying to get through Jivvy, trying to figure out which one goes with which, and what the fuck, man, it's just too much product, too many products. And, you know, let's go guide this guy. As we are out here. Ooh, KTM. And there's the highway patrol. That looked like a 390 or 790. We'll have to check the footage in slow motion. But yeah, man, we got a V-Strom 650. You don't want to mess with us, man. But yeah, really gelling with the bike. I think that takes a while too. I haven't ridden this 650 engine in over 20 years, maybe. So it's been a long time. I usually go up in there. We'll just go into Fraser Park so you get an idea of where we're at. And I'm also, you know, still trying out the bike, still trying out the lowering pegs, trying to get an idea of long distance riding. Is this bike gonna work for me as far as going super long distance? And the only thing holding me back now is the throttle lock, which I think I can fix. We'll have to see as I slowly weave my way into Fraser Park, the ski town with no snow, the mammoth wannabe town. You're here. And you better be a fan of Harleys and 4x4s, or you can't live here. Wow, this place is packed. It is packed. And I'm not going to stop there because I don't want to stop there. Let's go down here. And this road takes you to Highway 5. And I'm going to end the video, and I'm going to say a nice prayer to our Lord for giving me such a great bike. Yeah, I'm just doing here, going here for the shade. But I will say thank you, baby Jesus, for my V-Strom 650.
You don't always have to call him baby. It's a bit odd and off-putting to pray to a baby.
Well, look, I like the Christmas Jesus best, and I'm saying grace. When you say grace, you can say it to grown-up Jesus or teenage Jesus or bearded Jesus or whoever you want.
Well, guys, thanks for coming along for another exciting video where I espouse my opinions that probably nobody agrees with. Diesel! Alright, pretty nice. But I will end the video here. Thanks, guys, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Ride safe. We'll see you in the next one. I think I'll buy that house up there.